Oh, nice. Oh, look at that. We're going to get air. Woo! Greetings, guys and girls and fellow gamers. My name is Games for Kicks and welcome to Scrap Mechanic, a creative multiplayer game in which you can create things, buildings, vehicles with scrap, similar to Besiege, where you can build mechanical things that move, that interact with each other. It pretty much, it's a very, very, very big game, like in that sense. Like, you know, it has a lot of flexibility in what you can build. Now, in the moment, there is only creative menu, but the devs are working on survival mode for this game. It is a multiplayer game, so you can invite your friends to share with you your map. And that's a cool thing to do. So in the moment, I haven't tried that. I tried a couple of single players, but let's dive in. Let's just show what it is. You can change a character from female to male, and that's it. So in the moment, there's not really much more to the characters. Let's start a new creative game and Testopolis. In this game, we're going to cause havoc. Now, I'm not going to make the game private, which means you can invite friends if I would want to when I'm running it, and that's it. So settings basically let you determine some basic things if you want to share it with other players, but in the moment, we are just creating this world. Did you know that if you put 2 toilet paper rolls on top of each other, you get a bigger roll? I didn't really read that all. A great way to start is by opening Mechanics Handbook. So when you start the game, you basically get into... Oh, look at that. Nice. I don't get easily sidetracked, by the way. Anybody who doesn't know my channel and hasn't watched my videos, I don't get easily sidetracked. Look at that. So what are we talking about? Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's... first things first. If you press Alt and then use your scroll mouse, you can see our little man, our little mechanic, our engineer, a la carte, moving around in the world. With Shift, you can sprint. There's obviously no stamina meter, nothing. It just does what it does. Look at that. Isn't that brilliant? That looks lovely. Anyway, it's a big open world. Let's find a nice flat area and see what we can do. Let's see what's over here. This would be much faster if we wouldn't have to walk everywhere. So let's see what we can do. There's loads of silos. This looks like a good place, so let's start here. You start off with a developer handbook or with a guide, with a mechanical handbook, which is the one first in your item. If you look at the bottom toolbar, you can scroll through it with your mouse, and if you get on this, if you left click, it opens your handbook. Now, I'm not going to go through this. You can go through that yourself if you want. You know, it explains really everything. The developers have done a very, very amazing job in actually explaining everything, okay, that you can think of. Well, pretty much. Like, there's a couple of things on switches and buttons which probably are not mentioned, but again, it's a very, very good starting tutorial. They have links to videos. Some of the links don't work yet, so if you look at here and you look at watch video, I don't know, some of the links didn't do anything for me, so they just opened up the browser and went to their website, but didn't open a specific video. It explains what bearings are. Anyway, I'm not going to go through this now. This is basically what you can see then in your handbook, so you definitely should go through that and watch any videos you can find on it on their website or on the Steam page, which is going to be linked in the description, where they can show off a lot about how things work. The developers have been very good in bringing videos out, specifically talking about individual parts of the design components. So let's start. We have our lift, which when you place it down, you can move it up and down, and that's what you should be using if you want to build any vehicles. So I can start probably building something right here on the floor, but in the end of the day, I want to be able to put wheels on it and get under it. So let's start on that. Let's have the lift about this high and then open our inventory. If you look at your inventory, there's a lot in your backpack, actually. There's a lot in your backpack. So you have several different types of blocks, from brick to, I don't know, barrier block to concrete to steel. So let's choose our metal block. That's what vehicles are made out of, I suppose. And then we have our bearings, we have sport suspensions, we have engines, we have driving seats, passenger seats, sensors, gadgets. There is a lot here for the game that is only just hit early access, and it works all very flawlessly together. Now, I personally haven't come across any bugs yet, but I haven't really gone all fancy with all these things. So let's stick with making a vehicle. So everything is already in your toolbar, actually, if you want to start straight away. So let's close it, and let's start putting the metal block down. So the first thing to note is that when you press Q, you can rotate the item you have in your hand. So if, say for example, I have a tire in my hand, or like here, a tire, with Q, you won't see it, like say the seat, with Q I can turn it, or whatever. Engine, with Q I can turn it. the connector tools for something else. So let's start with a block, and you can see on the arrows the direction you're going to. So let's go here a bit closer. There we go. So now I can build up if I want. I don't want that. I don't want to build like that. I want to build flat, and I want to build as big as possible. That's one big square. Excellent. Now I can remove blocks. I just have to right click instead of left click, and there you go. It will remove blocks. Again, boom, gone. We are touching just about the elevator, the lift. So let's make it a little bit narrower. I would say let's make it maybe this narrow. Yeah. Okay, so if we want now, we can move it up and down. Now it looks like there is no physics in this game, but there is physics. So if I put, for example, a couple of blocks here and then remove this block, boom, these guys fall down. Okay, so while there is no physics as in, like here, when you're sitting on a little corner with a metal plate, there is physics that you can't have a block floating in the world. That's impossible. So you can't do that. So what I would do next is let's go and put some bearings here. And let's put some bearings here. And bearings allow you to attach things that the bearings can move or turn or twist. So if we want, for example, a wheel and put it here, we know that wheel can't be turned by anything because it's literally just physically attached to that. But if you put it on a bearing, now obviously not in that position, then it can move because that's what the bearing allows you to do. So in this case, we might want to say, okay, let's put another block underneath. And that means the bearing could move the block, and then oh, I have a tendency of pressing left instead of right and right instead of left a lot. So let's put a bearing here, and now we can already see, we can kind of see what's happening. So let's put the tires here and let's go through it because it makes more sense in a second. Now here we don't need any bearings, we're just going to the back of the vehicle. Now I can't reach this. Now what can I do? Well, I can remove the lift and then my thing falls. But the good thing is when I start building a vehicle, if I have the lift again in my hand, I can pick up my creation and it will place the lift exactly in the center of it underneath, and then I can continue working on it, which is brilliant. So you don't have to worry about centering it yourself. You can just drop it and then pick it up again. So what we need bearings obviously on the outside here because we want to continue moving our wheels. Now this is not going to be an amazing design. This is just to get the concept across of what you can do in this game and what it is about. So what do we need next? Well, any movable vehicle needs a seat. So, oh, no, not like that. Turn it once. And there we go. Excellent. So now we have a seat here. We can go in and our little dude is sitting on it. He's all happy, but it's like, hey, there's nothing happening. What do you do? There's nothing happening. So we have to remove the lift, obviously, before we can drive. Otherwise, it doesn't work. But removing the lift is not everything, because now we still can't. I love the way he just jumps into it. Look at this. Look at the animation. This is so cool. His whole head is like... It's so weird. Anyway, so if we want to do something, we obviously need an engine. So let's put an engine behind it. And give it some power. You can give it maximum power to middle power to, yeah, let's go medium. It's always a good start, just in case. Again, we go in, nothing's happening. I can't steer anything, no power. So let's do that. That's what the connector tool is for in the back. So when you select the connector tool, all of a sudden you can see, what the hell? Things are blue, orange, different colors. So like, what is going on? So the first thing you see here is like the steering console that you have is not connected to anything. So you're gonna say, okay, left click and drag and hold the left mouse down. What do you want to control with that? Well, it's the bearings here on top, because if we can control them like this and go in, we can now see that the tires are moving, but they're moving in the wrong direction. So I'm pressing left and they're going right, and it's like, okay, that's wrong. Now with your connector tool, you go here and say, oh, okay, you right click on these and turn them the other way around. There you go. Now let's go in, left and right. Beautiful. But we're still not moving. So what do we have to do? We have to go to the engine and with our connector tool and drag the connection to the bearings. And I love that you can... Whoa, 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 whoa. Dude, stop. Stop. Disconnect. There we go. Okay, that was a bit of a fright. Basically, it will immediately put power to it. So the best thing to do with the engine is like connect it first to the steering wheel. So here, and this is where the line is green, because it means only this will turn on this power. So if we now connect this to here, nothing will happen. Only when we sit in, will the engine start and will do whatever you want it to do. So now we connect the power points here. Let's make it a powerful car, 4-wheel drive, not just a rear-wheel drive. And you can see on this side, the tires are moving in the right direction, moving forward. On this side, they're moving backwards. That's not going to be cool, because then we're going to go in circles. So let's go that way. And now, when we go into our car, the engine comes on, we press WASD, and with W, we can move forward. And then we can turn, and off we go. Look at that, we're rocking and rolling. And boom, in a tree. But anyway, that's okay. There is no distractible environment yet. Anyway, that's creative, so there isn't. Let's check out the island a little bit. So we have silos over there, which seems to be pretty awesome. And then we have a spire over there. Let's check that out. It's awesome. We have our first vehicle mate. This is sweet. I mean, it looks like crap, of course. But oh. Nearly did a tumble there. Let's see what that is. Oh, nice. Oh, look at that. We're gonna get air. Woo! This is cool. I mean, you can't destroy your vehicle, actually. You cannot destroy it. So let's see what happens when we give it more juice. Let's give it more juice. Here we go. Press E to use. And let's give it maximum power. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. We're getting already out of control, because this is what happens with too much power. Look at this. Oh crap. Oh no. Dude, what the hell? It's like, okay, are we gonna be able to fix it? No. What? No, okay, no. Okay, this is a new dance move we're working on. Where we use our forehead in the grass and turn the car with our teeth. Anyway, to turn the car around, basically get out of your vehicle, select your lift, go to your vehicle, and left click. And you can see it's still down, but you see the little ghost figure here? Yes, look what happens. Boom. It places your car back the right way around, ready for use, and ready to completely destroy it again. Oh, we have the lift still underneath. I was just wondering why it's nothing moving. And then the lift is exactly again in the middle underneath, like it was earlier. And here we are. We can move. We have a lot of power in our car right now. Whoa, and he's going over again. But he actually managed to stay straight. Look at that. This is a beast. It's too much power. Oh, no. Okay, let's pick it up again. Now, of course, this is not everything you can do. You can do a lot more with this. Let's creation on the left. Yeah, let's pick it up. And let's go to the nice flat area over there, where we can probably build much better. So let's... Oh yeah, the lift is still under it. There we go. Oh, whoa. Yeah, really have to ease off on the power there. And let's go up here. Look at that, that's like a helipad or something. That is awesome. Ah, it's a faction logo. So it must be for the survival mode then. So before we forget it, let's turn the power down to about here. So that way, yeah, it's much easier to handle then. Absolutely. Yeah. Cool. Now, of course, this is not everything. As I was saying, if you look at this menu here, you can do a lot more than that. You have a thruster, for example. Let's see how that works. Let's put a thrust. Oh, nice. Let's put a thruster here, here, and here. Oh, yeah. But the thrusters are not powered yet, so they're not going to do anything. So let's take our connector tool and let's power the thrusters. Oh, you can't power the thrusters. That's interesting. Can I go in and will the thrusters come on? No. Let me see. Can I put the steering wheel on the thrusters? Oh, I can. I like that. So which means as soon as we get in, the thrusters will probably go off. Yes. Oh, look at this baby go! Woo! And it's falling on its face already. Help! Little help! Okay, let's get out. Let's take our lift, pick our creation up, and let's walk back to safety. There we go. You can already see pretty much that there's a lot that you can do with this vehicle. Now, in the moment, it will just turn the power on, but what you can do, you can use things, for example, like this. Like a switch, for example. Either a switch or button. Let's use a switch. So if we place a switch here, somewhere random, it doesn't really matter, and then use the connector tool and say, okay, hey, switch. So let's disconnect these guys, okay? Oh no, let's disconnect these guys. And let's disconnect that. Okay. Now what we can do is we can connect the switch to these guys. And only if we switch this switch can these things be turned on. And let's turn the switch over to here. And you see the little number 1 here now appearing. Now you can manually turn the switch on or off. Or you can go in, and you see now in the bottom left in your hotbar, because it said number 1 here, the switch now becomes your first item. So let's actually remove the lift. How high does the lift go? Awesome. And now number 1 means we can go like this and cruising around, but now press number 1. And oh, there we go. And we're flying off. Look at that. Oh, crap. And now we just press 1 again and it turns it off. So you can already see how you have a lot of flexibility in this game. Like, let's press 1 again. Oh, man, this is awesome. Look at him go. Woo, Little Kicks is going for a ride. Or not. Okay. That wasn't... Oh. It's still on, so let's turn them off. Here you go. Now, if you ever want to test these things, you just leave it on the lift, go into your car, press number 1, and you can see now it's not going to stay on the switch because you're still on the lift. There you go. And that's it. So let's go back to our little base that we just took rudely over. Oh, there we go. Ah, stuck on a tree. Come on. And I'm gonna leave this episode here. I mean, let me know in the comments what you think. If you like this game, it is on Steam. You can buy it. It is in early access. And they are working actively on it. You get a full creative menu with a lot of things. There's much more. I mean, if you look at here, you have switches, you have triggers, you have sensors, and you have connect, for example. If you have a controller, in combination with bearings, you can actually do transformations. Like you can force blocks to move, which can push other blocks, and it's really, really cool. We can start building barriers, we can start building an area to live in, and that's what I will do. Like, I mean, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to actually have my little rocket car go into a garage somewhere, hopefully, and put it in there. So if you're happy with what you get right now in this early access game, then yeah, absolutely go ahead and get it and have fun, and let me know in the comments below how you're getting on and what you figured out and what you think of the game. So if you did enjoy the episode, remember to kick that like button in the arse like a G4K Ninja, and I hope I see you guys in another episode soon. Until then, as always, viel Spaß and happy gaming.